Cutie. Great crowd out here for day 2. Welcome back. Well, our special guest is an Emmy and James Beard award-winning fancy man. He's a chef and one of our favorites. In 10 years of this show, he's the guy. And this fall, he has a new culinary adventure series all about the great outdoors. Look.
1,000 years ago, doing something the hunter style meant people were stewing animals in pots, cheap wine, and whatever was growing at the time. Does it get any better than that?
It doesn't. And nothing gets better than him. Nothing is better than him at the Minnesota State Fair. Audience, by the way, Field to Fire premieres on the Outdoor Channel next month. Give it up for Chef Andrew Zimmern, everybody.
Thank you. By the way, it premieres on Outdoor Channel and Tastemade, so people have a bunch of places to.
You're already correcting me. We're 30 seconds into
I
this.
love you. I love you deeply.
I
madly.
love you deeply.
And yeah, that's it. I just want your fans to know if they want to watch a good food show, where to go.
Well,
that's all.
This looks very manly,
doesn't it? Though?
Like you're cutting things. There's open. You're wearing plaid. You're burly looking.
Yeah.
So all joking aside, what's the premise of this one?
So for 25 years, networks have said to me, "Would you do a dump and stir show?" And I've said no, because I don't want to do one like everybody else's. And then Outdoor Channel, I was ice fishing, and I've been a hunter and outdoorsman my whole life. And a producer was in an ice house with me and said, "Would you do a dump and stir show for the Outdoor Channel?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, that was easy." I said, "Well, you got to call this guy and make it happen." But yeah, because it's different. I like taking people into the outdoors, showing the importance of harvesting your own food, show them that you can make great food over open fire, which I think is the great challenge and the great fun of cooking. But as importantly, I think it's about conservation. It's about all the values that I believe are important in how we take care of our climate and our planet. And I think that people who live an outdoors lifestyle have a keen understanding of this. It's how I first learned about these issues 50 years ago, was fishing with my parents. So it's a lot of fun.
What are you cooking in the various episodes?
That's nilgai, which is the largest form of Eurasian deer, which is now, it was brought to Texas a century ago and now is a Texas form of venison. It's amazing. It's very, very large animal, and I was lucky. It took 3 days of stalking, but I finally was able to find one.
Are they that elusive? It took you 3 days?
They're extremely fast, and if that scene had continued, we kept seeing the same large bull, and that was the one that I wanted. And the fun is not the best days I've had in the field. I've never put a gun to my shoulder. It's with the person, it's being outdoors, it's what you're doing besides pulling the trigger. And we were looking for this one animal in this one place, and we finally got it sundown of the last day. It was an epic experience. But then we cook it up. And I should also say, for those that don't want to cook wild animals, every single recipe that we make is designed for people who can take it from the field, but also the supermarket. So if you're not making the nilgai braise that we make, then by all means do it with beef or pork.
That's Field to Fire, so y'all watch that.
Yep.
You also have a new cookbook coming out.
I do. 2025 is a giant, well, I should backtrack. We talked before about Hope in the Water.
Yes.
Our 3-part docuseries on PBS, which talks about how we can produce and protect our oceans at the same time. So of course it's not a companion book. It's a cookbook about seafood recipes from species that it's okay to eat from.
And then, is this right? Your knife skills? You're teaching your knife skills on YouTube? Look at you.
I've been doing that for 5 years. Shun Cutlery is one of my sponsors. Yeah, that's a beautiful pumpkin snapper. But I've been doing this for 5 years.
Oh, I'm sorry,
and so there's an extremely huge library. I think for most home cooks, the drudgery of cooking is that it takes them a long time because of knife skill, know-how, or the lack thereof. And so we think, and by the way, all the knife skills come with a great recipe. So yes, I show you how to fillet a piece of fish, but then how to make stock with the bones, how to make dishes with the fish, how to properly freeze what's left over. Because I think people need just more information.
Okay, we're done plugging the 5,000 things you're doing.
You left out the other 6. I'm kidding.
There's nothing else on my sheet about that.
No, because Orchid left it off.
I know. You know how Jeff is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to and go watch and buy and read all of those things.
Go to andrewzimmern.com. It's all there.
Yeah, there we go. Shameless plug over. You ready?
Yeah.
We're here at the fair. I know you love the fair. I know, right?
Beyond
love
everything.
The fair. Okay. Have you eaten something already?
I had an ear of corn on my way in because it took 2 hours to get here.
You got one clap for the ear of corn.
Well, here's the thing. The state fair people and our state government and the local
is this your
council,
gripe? I told the people that you had a gripe.
We need to take a very serious look at how we do entrance and egress from the fair. We desperately need to invest in the infrastructure. We can't do it one building every 2 years. We actually have to take a really serious look at the food building in other areas that need a lot of help, and that's going to be my big message for our local politicians when I see them.
Can I come with you?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay.
But yeah, I
because we can't agree on much, but all of us can agree we need a parking ramp. We need something. I don't care what it is.
I have the solution.
You do?
This is one of the single largest events in the world.
The world.
In the world.
Yes.
So the fact that I go to a lot of events, you go to a concert and there's cops on every corner 10 blocks out. We just need people to help guide all the first-timers, the newcomers, the new drivers, make sure that people who are walking and biking can get there safely. That's a very simple thing that would speed it up quite a lot. But anyway,
no, I told the audience.
Food.
But I wanted to talk about your grab because I agree with you.
I think it's the worst is the food building,
and the people agree with you.
They need to knock out the outer walls, move some booths, and so that you can get it from 2 different cash registers, inside, outside. The food building has become a place that you just don't want to go because it's so crowded, and that's not fair to all the great entrepreneurs that are serving great food in there.
Yep. Okay. Let's talk about some of your favorites. Jeff has compiled a list of your top 5.
Well, these are my classics.
These are your classics?
Although I will say...
Yeah, that's kind of new.
Well, it was new last year, and it became an instant classic because I think it's the best new item served at the fair in the last 10 years.
What?
Full stop.
I agree with you, but I'm just...
Peachy's Amish Donuts.
Yes.
Up at the far end of the fair is absolutely, without a doubt, an instant classic. I really judge things, the same way I do when I'm judging food shows on television when I'm asked to do it, which is, do I want to take another bite of that? Would I tell someone, no matter what, get there early and get one? And that is an item that I just don't think anyone should miss. I was very disappointed in a sense. This year we had 33 new food items, and there's only a couple that I rated as better than good. We had a lot that were in the middle, like squarely good, but there aren't that many items that were like, oh my God, you have to have that next year, or when you come in this year. So, and I'm all about the classics,
Gizmo,
100%. One of the Iowa State Fair. He's been there for 75 years at the Iowa State Fair. Came up here about 25 years ago, and it is absolutely the perfect fair food, delicious. Oh, there you are in the booth.
I work, Andrew.
Yep. Ground beef, ground sausage, homemade sauce, mozzarella cheese, bound together the right way with the cheese going over the bun, and it's the perfect meat torpedo.
Can I say, Jeff, how long do I have? About 3 minutes. Can I say too, and I know you'll agree with me because you meet a lot of you were talking about entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You know what makes me love Gizmo and other businesses like that? When there are good people behind it.
Carla
at Gizmo.
And the whole family there is unbelievable. And that's what's great about this fair. My other gripe is I've started to notice some corporate food booths masquerading as family-run booths. And last year I called out the teriyaki noodle people down by that is the kind of booth that the people who run the fair should not let in. There are so many capable entrepreneurs whoever got left off the list last year who's local, that is, it's the Minnesota State Fair. The Minnesota State Fair.
You are fired up today. I love it.
Do you want to know something?
No, I love it. This is my favorite version of you.
I have job security, right? I don't have to worry about it. So I can say whatever I want.
I was going to say.
What are they going to do?
Yeah. See, I have to be careful because they could kick my ass right out of here. That's right. Yeah.
I would stand in front, like Tiananmen Square. I would stand in front of the tent.
One more classic.
Speedy's old booth, the foot-long hot dog. Yes, they are different. They still get their dogs handmade every year down in New Ulm. It's got a snappy skin. It is just the best food item going.
Okay, my last point of conversation. Can you believe we just checked the records? Okay?
Yep.
So the Jason Show is celebrating its 10th year.
Yep.
This year,
Congratulations.
Thank you. We checked the archives. It's been 25 years since you debuted on Channel 9.
That's correct. By the way, at the same time as several people who are still here,
Yeah.
And this is the thing. We've known each other for a quarter of a century. We've been friends.
Yeah.
And the minute I laid eyes on you, seriously, that first Buzzboy segment, I said, that guy is a huge star. He's going to be a huge star. And I am so happy that the rest of the nation now sees it. And we have incredible people. It was like a reunion backstage, seeing everyone who I love dearly. And we used to be here at 5 a.m. together, putting on the morning show in all its different incarnations.
Our set, as you know, is in the same studio that you started in.
That's right.
The Jason Show set, which is getting a redo right now.
Good.
It was on, there.
It's a great place. By the way, a lot of people in this business say to me, hey, you've won all these awards, done all this TV stuff. How do I do that? And I said, start making content. Now you can do it online, right? the iPhone did not exist when we started our show,
you
right?
don't need a middleman.
But the fact of the matter is, the best job that I ever had was going out after doing the live show and doing packages with Chip and with Dale and with everyone and with MA and everyone back in the day, and then trying to figure out how we were going to cut that down to 2 minutes and then debuting it the next day for people to be entertained. And you learn how to tell stories on live local news.
One last thing, really quick, so we got to go. You're friends with Martha Stewart. I asked you this all the time.
Yes.
Please tell her I said hello.
Please.
And shoot a little video.
Do you know something?
Please give her a little. I would like a little hi. I want Martha to say my name, and then I could be run over by a car.
Oh, is that it?
I just need her to say
I'll get that.
Hi, Jason.
I will.
I just need her to say hi, because I love that woman.
I'm gonna see her in 3 weeks.
Tell her I love the Bedford. Here's how you butter her up. Tell her that her restaurant in Vegas is sincerely one of my favorites.
It's really good. By the way, you don't need to butter Martha up. She butters herself up pretty darn well.
Give it up for Andrew. Be sure to watch his new show, Feel the Fire, premiering on the Outdoor Channel September 23rd. You can also stream it, as Andrew said, on the Tastemade streaming platform. Back after this. Stay with us, everybody.